Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm here for Mercy Tiara Kits and I'll be creating a 12 by 12 layout featuring the Mercy Tiara Kits February 2025 release called Fabulous. This kit is jam-packed with products from American Crafts, Simple Stories, and Mercy Tiara Kit exclusives. So here is my narrowed down selection. The paper is from Bea Valent's Sketchbook collection and the Heartstrings collection from Simple Stories. The embellishments are from Sketchbook as well, along with another Simple Stories collection for the record. And I will be diving deep into the Mercy Tiara Kit exclusive pocket card add-on. If you want a closer look at the entire kit, check out my unboxing video. I will put a link to it below. You will also find links to the Mercy Tiara Kit shop, Instagram, and Facebook group. So here's what's on my desk. I'm showing you that in advance I double matted a photo. That is a photo of a mailbox, me mailing Valentine's last February 2024. I'm showing you that banner paper. That's from Heartstrings from Simple Stories. I'll be using that. I'm also going to be using this pink tone on tone. That is from Bea Valent's Sketchbook collection. From my stash, I am bringing in a piece of lined paper. This is from Simple Stories. It's kind of a creamy off-white. I find it matches quite nicely that banner paper from Simple Stories. And I also have some black cardstock. That was in the cardstock add-on. Now, you're also going to see in a tray, I have a bunch of embellishments. These are basically from the main kit, the embellishment add-on, and the pocket card add-on. And I will look at that closer with you later on in the process. What I want to do right now is prepare my foundation page. And I'm showing you I did a little bit of preparation in advance. You can see that banner paper there. I have kind of a wonky scalloped border cut. Well, I want to show you that I tried 3 times. You can see on the right there's some scraps of paper. I tried to fussy cut it. I didn't like it. I tried to freehand some scallops, didn't like it. Now I'm showing you some nesting circle dies. Basically what I did was I took them and I used them as a drawing template, and I just found whatever size worked for whichever loop, drew it in pencil, then I cut it out freehand with my scissors, and I'm also showing you that I inked the edges just with a little bit of gray ink. It's called Morning Mist from VersaFine Clair. So it is wonky, but it was just a little bit more controlled than when I tried to do it freehand without drawing it with those circle dies. What I'm doing right now is trimming down all the paper. So I did trim down that banner paper there, and I'm cutting some more paper as well. Basically, I'm cutting pieces of paper that will form a border at the top of the page and a layered photo mat in the middle of the page. And this will all make sense a little bit later on when I place all of these page parts on the foundation page. I will also put the measurements there as well, and keep in mind the measurements will be for visible paper only, and you're going to notice when I place them, I overlap sometimes. So just keep that in mind when you're cutting. So right now I'm just showing you all of the page parts there, and I'm also showing you that off camera I inked them up using that very same ink, Morning Mist from VersaFine Clair. So I inked them all up except the black cardstock. Now what I want to do is place them on my foundation page just to let you know how I plan to move forward with this. So basically, like I mentioned, there's going to be a border at the top of the page made with 3 pieces of paper, topped off with that wonky scalloped border. In the middle here, I'm creating a layered photo mat. So I have that big block with that banner paper, and I'm just tucking in 2 narrow strips. It looks like a big piece, but it's just 2 little pieces underneath there. And my photo, of course, as I showed you, will go in the middle. What I'm doing right now is adhering all of this to my foundation page. I won't adhere the photo quite yet because I'm going to want to play around with embellishing first. This is quite easy to adhere because the foundation page has lines on it. So basically, I just lined up that pink paper, and now I'm kind of moving my way upwards there. And then when I go to adhere that photo block in the middle there, I'm literally putting it not necessarily in the middle from up and down, but the middle from side to side. It's equal distance to the right side as it is to the left side. Now I'm tucking in those pink parts. The pink at the top is a little more narrow than the pink at the bottom. So now what I want to do is create some embellishments with the exclusive fabulous pocket card add-on. These add-ons, these pocket card add-ons, are designed by Mercy Tiara Kits to go perfectly with the 12 by 12 kit. So I pulled some of them out, and what I want to do here is cut out some circles. I'm showing you that I have a few different sets of circle dies, some regular circle dies, some scalloped circle dies. I do love my circle dies. I end up using the Spotlight on Nature dies from Stampin' Up, which is basically nesting circle dies, but there's like an embossed edging around the outer edge. So I'm starting by cutting out this wood grain, one of the pocket cards, and you're going to see as well, I have some cards that have circles on them already. So what I will do with that is I'm going to place my die carefully on top of the circle. That circle there, inside the wood grain before the white circle, there's like this outer edge of really cute hearts that coordinates so nicely with this collection. And I want to make sure that this is centered. So I used my mint tape, and I ended up doing it off camera because I preferred to bring my die cutting machine closer to me. I cut out another one as well that had that same kind of circular element on it. And now I'm moving ahead with a few more circles. And I actually continue doing this off camera, and you will see them all in a few moments. So right now what I want to do is show you all of my embellishing, starting with all of those circles that I cut out, and a lot of them from the pocket cards. What I ended up doing was cutting out some off-white ones because two of those circles that I cut out have white interiors. And since everything is kind of off-white, I wanted to layer up kind of off-white on top of it. I also did that pale blue one that says all you need is love. I absolutely love it, but I don't end up using it. I'll have to do it for another layout. I just showed you the pocket card add-on, and I'm showing you my scraps. Again, like I mentioned in the intro, I do kind of dive deep into it, and you're going to see a little bit later on, I ended up making some tags with those pocket cards as well. Now what I'm showing you is the floral bits and pieces from the Simple Stories for the Record collection. I'm showing you I have a handful here, and take note, the ones that I have here, I removed the white edging from it. I'm going to show you one with the white edge. It's not too bad when it comes to white edging on an ephemera piece. It's not too thick, but it is white, and my background paper is kind of a yellowy off-white, and that bothered me. So what I did was I removed the white from all of those flowers. I also just showed you that I die cut myself a bunch of leaves. I'm showing you the die set I used. It's a really old one from Lawn Fawn, but the leaves are actually quite rudimentary. And I'm going to show you, if you don't have a leaf die, how you can easily do it. You can see I'm just folding a little piece of paper there, and what I'm doing with my scissors is basically freehand cutting a half moon there. I'm going to open it up, and even the bend in it makes the leaf look really, really nice. I'm opening it up, and what I will do is show you what my leaf that I used a die for looks like. So they're very, very close. You don't need dies to create leaves. Now what I'm going to show you is the tags that I cut out as well, and I'm showing you that now. So once again, I used some dies from my stash. They are from Tim Holtz. I use them all the time, and I used some of those exclusive pocket cards for this fabulous collection. So once again, I'm just showing you the scraps I used. Anyway, getting a little tongue-tied here. So I'm showing you the other embellishments. I have some self-adhesive brads and chipboard, some puppy stickers. I also have some puppy titles, and my title is going to be Loving This. So now what I'm going to do is start building my clusters. Now, I always start building my clusters with the biggest items, and this is going to be the circle. So in the top left, I put that large circle. In the bottom, I'm going to have two circles. There's actually going to be more, but two circles, but they're going to be layered up with other circles. And that's going to be where I house my title and my journaling. So you can see that wood grain that's underneath the word loving this. I actually kind of messed that up a bit. One side of the circle is kind of squared off. So you're going to, I think I've already done it actually. I actually hid it with a flower. I wanted to hide my mistake. Also for the journaling circle there, I of course have that off-white on top of that wood grain circle, and on top of that I have a circle with my writing in vellum. After I place the circles, title and journaling, then I'm coming in with my tags, and I'm really kind of working with the layers there. You can see in the top left corner I have two, one behind the circle, one underneath the photo. I have one tag just above the journaling on the right, and now I'm coming in with the smaller bits and pieces. So I started with the orange and aqua colored flowers. I decided I didn't like the orange after all, so I removed them. I'm just putting in the aqua colored ones and adding some of those die cut leaves in each one of the clusters. I'm happy with this. I definitely need some finishing touches, and I do add some pretty significant finishing touches, but at this point I just want to adhere all of these loose parts that are on my page right now. So I'm starting with that little journaling circle there. I adhered that wood grain circle on top of the off-white. I covered up the part that I messed up in the wood grain circle with a flower and some leaves. Now I'm coming in with a puffy title there on top, and what I will do is add some foam adhesive just behind this because it is a title and I kind of want it to pop off the page. Now what you see me doing is working on my journaling circle. So again, that is 3 circles, one of them being the vellum with the writing. So I adhered my photo. Now I adhered the tag. On top of the tag I adhered my journaling, and it kind of peeks out from underneath the photo, and now I'm placing my title on top of it. Coming in with the flowers, I decided to change the positioning of the flowers. Originally I had them up by the tag, but there was some kind of trapped space on the left-hand side of the journaling, so I took the opportunity to fill it up with flowers, and I actually quite like it. So that was not intended, but I do like the result. Now I'm working in the kitty corner in the top left, starting with that big circle. Then I tucked the one tag behind it, and now I'm putting another tag in front of it. These tags, by the way, or I should say the pocket cards that I used to create the tags, look really nice with these papers. Again, I think I mentioned it earlier, they are designed to go with the 12 by 12 kits. Now I'm coming in with the floral bits and pieces, including the little leaves there, and some of those I popped up on foam adhesive. Now I feel like I need more flowers, but the only leaves I have left, I cut them out in 2 sizes, and I only have the bigger ones, and I feel like they're a little off scale because my flowers are quite small. So later on off camera I actually cut myself out a few more leaves. What I want to do right now, however, is address my tags. I need something for my tag holes. I'm showing you that when I created the tags, I did make myself some reinforcers, but I didn't adhere them. But as it turns out, I do quite like the black. But what I'm doing right now is finding self-adhesive brads to put on them. And I'm going to be using self-adhesive brads in 3 different sizes. I just don't want them all to be equal. And I also want a bit of black to be peeking out from behind each one of those self-adhesive brads. So for some of them, I use bigger circles there, and that's what you see me fussing with right there. But I really quite like it. So I started with an orange one that says My Story just above the journaling, and then that made me look for 2 more brads with a bit of orange in them. Now I'm looking for a bit more finishing touches. I went to the puppy sticker sheet, then to the title puppy sticker sheet, trying out a butterfly there, just auditioning a few things. But what I really feel like I need is some more black on this layout. So what I'm going to get right now is a stamp set. This is called Elements of Text from Stampin' Up. There's like text stamps, but there's also almost like paint splatters. So it's like a safe way of doing paint splatters. And I'm thinking of doing it in each one of the cluster areas there. What I ended up doing off camera, I went and I made myself a few templates just so that I could play around with it. And that's what you see me doing right now. I've just got a few of them, trying to determine where I want to stamp, first of all, and how much I want to stamp. So I'm just trying a few different possibilities. And in the end, I decide to go with one stamp towards the bottom there. That's what you see me doing. The ink I'm using is Nocturne by Versifying Clair, so it's a really dark black. And in the top, I decide to stamp 2 times. So I have twice up there, and I'm using 2 different stamps, so it's like there are 2 different splatter patterns. You could obviously do this with paint splatters. I did it with stamps. Now, actually, I haven't done quite yet the second one at the top there. That's what I'm doing right now. And for that one, I do it so that it almost kind of bleeds off the page there. I still want to add something else to these clusters there. So I'm trying to figure it out. I do know I want to add some more flowers, but I want to cut myself out some smaller leaves. I find this little typewriter on that self-adhesive brad and chipboard sheet. I really like that. So I tucked that down by the title underneath the journaling. And now I feel like I need something in that aqua color up in the top left. I end up going to the ephemera pack with journal bits and pieces, still from that Simple Stories for the Record collection. I didn't think I was going to use it, but I find this one that says Happened, and it's got this blue or aqua colored block underneath it, and I quite like that. So now you see me adhering it up in that border in the top left. I am going to have to put something in that block. I looked at the sequins. I decided not to use them. And off camera, I added 2 more aqua flowers and a few small die cut leaves. I also added 1 pink puffy heart on top of that chipboard typewriter and a wordy sticker from my stash just beneath that word Happened. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be honored and thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. Make sure you check out the Mercy Tiara Kits shop, Instagram, and Facebook group. Take care, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.